Like traditional goth fashion is associated with traditional goth music, mall goth fashion is typically associated with industrial and nu metal. So think bands like Korn, System of a Down, Linkin Park, KMFDM, Ministry, that kind of lane, right? And I've done this tier list before, but I don't know if I've ever done it on stream. If I have done it on stream before, well, then I'm doing it again.
I don't remember, and it don't matter.
I don't remember, it don't matter. So we're doing...
Should we start, like, practically at the top of the where all they are thing? Or do you just want to bounce around?
I'm gonna bounce around. You can do what you want on your phone, and then we're gonna show your results as well.
I forgot.
Yeah, you're playing along. You're a member of the stream. You're playing along.
I'm part of the society.
You,
Can I
yeah,
put my legs on you?
yeah. Fucking Kid Rock is on here, which really annoys me.
I forgot about that.
Because, yes, Kid Rock's first couple albums were nu metal inspired, yes, but that is not what he is known for. Nobody thinks Kid Rock and is like, oh, nu metal. No, they think, Sweet Home Alabama all summer long. They don't think fucking ba with da ba da ba da ba, which was his best song, and it's still mid. But yeah, people typically don't think of Ba with the Ba when they think of Kid Rock typically. I don't really care for having him on here, but since he is on here, F-, of course. Fuck Kid Rock. Fuck his shitty political beliefs. Fuck his shitty run-of-the-mill garbage-ass music. If he were to die tomorrow, I would not feel a fucking thing. In fact, I would be celebrating. Alright. Moving on. Finger 11. That is another band that is not nu metal. Period. At least Kid Rock had some nu metal stuff. Finger 11 is not nu metal. Finger 11 is post-grunge. Maybe with some minor nu metal influences in it, but majorly they are post-grunge through and through. I don't understand why Finger 11 is on here. I don't accept it. But since they are on here, I am going to rank them accordingly. And it's kind of hard, because Finger 11's first 3 albums were really good. And everything after that was kind of garbage. So, should I be ranking based off of what I like? Or based off of their entire discography? And I think the answer to that is, I'm going to rank them by what I like. Because if we go by their entire discography, I'm going to be honest with you, most bands on this list do not have perfect discographies. Most bands on this list do not.
So I'm gonna be real.
So I'm just gonna go by what I like.
There is at least a handful of bands on here that I haven't listened to.
If you have, just don't rank them if you haven't listened to them. All right, so we're gonna rate Finger 11. We're gonna put them in A tier because I love their first 3 albums. Classic fucking post-grunge albums, even though they're not nu metal. I highly suggest that you listen to them and not just Paralyzer like most people have with Finger 11. All right. Now, Fever 333. This band, I don't know if I would really consider them nu metal, but I put them in the close enough category. Fever, their first album and their first EP, fucking fantastic. I saw them in concert, one of the best shows I've ever fucking seen. But they're really going towards like a more hip-hoppy kind of direction, which I don't mind. That's their prerogative, but I don't really care for it. But that first EP and that first album are fucking top-notch, so for that I'm going to put them in A. I think next what I'm going to do is Deftones, alright? And I'm going to be a basic bitch. Deftones is S tier. Deftones is S tier. I'm going to actually make the chat a little bit smaller so that you can see my list better. Deftones is A tier. I mean S tier. I mean just through and through. Their entire discography is just all of it is good. Literally all of it is good. Some I like more than others. I like their earlier stuff better, but their later stuff is still amazing in its own right. S tier through and through. Cold Chamber. Am I gonna do S tier? I'm gonna do S tier. I'm going to do S tier for Cold Chamber. Cold Chamber is one of my favorite nu metal bands of all time. And I have a little shirt that I put on my wall of Cold Chamber art, which I really like. Cold Chamber is one of my favorites. Love their first 2 albums. Their third album, not so much. Or anything after that, not so much. But their first 2 albums, top-notch shit. Fucking love it. I think my alarm's going off back over there. Thank you. Edema. I really like their first album, but I haven't heard much after that. I've only heard their first album. But I like their first album was pretty okay, so we're gonna put them in C tier, okay? Alien Ant Farm, again, I don't think these guys are nu metal. I think they're more post-grunge. But, we'll go ahead and put them in B tier, because I like Alien Ant Farm. Again, I've only listened to their first album, really, so I'm just kind of going off of that. But yeah. Evanescence. S tier. S tier. Fallen is one of the best nu metal albums ever made, in my opinion.
I'm having a problem doing this on my phone.
I'm sorry, honey.
And it's mostly because every time I fucking scroll, I end up moving shit.
That's okay.
I'm gonna grab my laptop.
That's alright. Yeah, grab your laptop.
Oh, God, I'll scroll.
I'm gonna be doing a lot of talking, so you got plenty of time. But yeah, Fallen, one of the best nu metal albums ever made. Most of their stuff after that wasn't really nu metal, but it was still pretty good. I actually haven't listened to anything after their third album, though, so I can't really speak on anything after their third album. But that first album, top tier, one of the best. Linkin Park, S tier.
You mean stinking fart?
Shut the fuck up. I knew you were gonna say that. Linkin Park is S tier.
Oh, God.
I'm ranking them based off of their nu metal albums, which is their first 2. Those are their only real nu metal albums. The Hunting Party wasn't really nu metal. That was more like rap rock, really. Some people call it nu metal. I don't think it's really nu metal. It's more like rap rock. Yeah, their first 2 albums are just legendary, and the combination that they found between hip hop and metal is unlike any other band has ever been able to replicate. And for that, I'd say probably Linkin Park is the best nu metal band. Period, probably. We're gonna get to a more controversial one, because I feel like Linkin Park isn't as controversial anymore after Chester died, because everyone was all of a sudden like, oh, rip Chester, and they don't call Linkin Park cringe anymore, although some people still do, because they're stupid, but whatever. Papa Roach. Here's a more controversial one. Papa Roach's first album, Infest, was the shit. It was the shit. And the albums that came after that never were able to reach that point that Infest did. And I think that shows in their album sales. I'm pretty sure Infest sold better than any of the other ones. Maybe Getting Away with Murder sold better, so if you want to fact check me on that, but I'm pretty sure Infest sold better than any of the other ones. Not to say that anything after Infest is bad. It's just they just never really got back to that point. But with that said, Infest is a very important album to me, and it kind of defined my childhood in a lot of ways. So for that, I'm putting them all the way in B tier. Again, that might be a pretty hot take. I don't really care.
That is also where I put them.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, so Amur, F minus. Do I really have to explain? Do I really have to explain why Amur is an F minus? No, I don't think I have to explain. Next band. Mushroom Head. Mushroom Head is one of the greats. A tier. Easy A tier. Nothing Face. Ooh, should I put them in A tier, S tier? This one's S tier. Yeah. You know what? S tier. Nothing Face is one of my favorite nu metal bands of all time. I fucking love Nothing Face with all of my heart.
Do you have? Yeah, I do. I was just scoffing at the fact that my Discord is taking forever to update.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry about that.
It's okay.
All right.
You should do.
I was gonna do System of a Down next. That's a pretty easy one.
Yeah.
System of a Down. S tier. Honestly, it's a for the contender of best nu metal band, it is like a tie between Linkin Park and System of a Down. It's a tie. It's a tie. It's gotta be. I can't choose one over the other. They were both very important bands of my adolescence, and the only thing that I could say about System of a Down that I can't really say about Linkin Park is that System of a Down helped me politically, learn a lot of things about leftism and how the world truly is, while Linkin Park's lyricism spoke to me on a more interpersonal level and my own interpersonal struggles at the time as an preteen and adolescent. So they both spoke to me in very different ways. So it's hard for me to put one over the other, but they were both two bands that, if not for them, I wouldn't be the same person. Now, we're going to address the elephant in the room real quick. I probably should have done this earlier. Rage Against the Machine. Where's Rage Against the Machine? Rage Against the Machine really isn't nu metal. It would be anachronistic to call them nu metal. Here's why, right? It's sort of like calling Jesus a Christian. Nu metal was a musical movement that was heavily inspired by bands like Primus and Rage Against the Machine. And then also like Faith No More and stuff like that. And so Rage Against the Machine is what I would call proto nu metal, right? So they aren't proper nu metal, but all of the elements were there that were later reiterated just a couple years later by bands like Korn and Deftones. So Rage Against the Machine is like the Jesus of nu metal. They are not nu metal, but they gave birth to nu metal in a way, or at least helped quite a bit. But Rage Against the Machine was obviously a very important band for me during that time period as well. Anyway, From Ashes to New, this is an interesting one. This is a nu metal core band, so a little bit later on, but they're pretty darn good. I like them quite a bit. I put them in B tier. They're solid band. I enjoy them. Limp Bizkit. Ooh, let's get to Limp Bizkit. This one's gonna be fun. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing chocolate starfish and the hot dog flavored water.
After you place it, I'm gonna tell you where I put it on mine.
Okay, yeah, I'd love to know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put Limp Bizkit. Are you ready? Are you ready for me to drop this fucking Oppenheimer on you right now? A tier, bitch. Deal with it. Read it and weep.
Do you wanna know where I put it?
Where did you put it?
C.
Oh, you're a hater. At least you didn't put it in F. That would have made me sad. Yeah, read it and weep, bitches. Limp Bizkit and A tier. Can't go wrong with the biscuit. Like I said, their discography is not perfect like a lot of other bands on this list.
So
But those first 3 albums were fucking legendary.
There's one I'm struggling to read, and so I don't know whether I know it or not. And I know you haven't read it yet, so if you scroll down,
Yeah.
Next to Taproot, on the left. I can't read that. On the
Tantric?
left. Yeah.
That's Tantric. So that's actually another band that isn't even new metal. They're acoustic post grunge. They're not even new metal. So like
Yeah, I couldn't read it.
it doesn't even matter.
I don't even know who the fuck it is. So
Anyway, Limp Bizkit's first 3 albums were great, and honestly, I didn't like their new album at first, but I re-listened to it a couple months ago, and I actually quite like their new album as well. So Limp Bizkit, keep rolling, baby. Limp Bizkit is some good shit. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Cringe culture is dead. All right, I killed it with my bare hands. All right. Now, of course, we gotta rate Korn. We gotta do it. Korn was the originators of nu metal. They are the first band to have ever been called nu metal by like the tabloids and whatnot and fans.
I'm curious.
And I'm actually not putting them in S tier. I'm putting them in A tier. Great band.
I agree.
But their discography is not like the overwhelming majority of their discography is not good, unfortunately. Their first 2 albums, especially their second album, are fan-fucking-tastic. They are classics. Their third album, it was very commercial. It was clearly trying to be more radio friendly. There were a lot of cringe songs on it, like All in the Family, which we'll probably talk about in a future stream. It wasn't, honestly, Follow the Leader was not the best album. I'm sorry. People look at it with rose-colored glasses, but it wasn't really that good of an album compared to the first 2. Issues, again, it had some good songs on it, but a lot of it was shitty filler songs. Not that great. And pretty much anything after that, not that great. And Untouchables was pretty good. I'll say that. Untouchables was pretty good. Untouchables has some good songs. But after that, like, each album has like 2 or 3 good songs, and then the rest are complete dog shit. Like See You on the Other Side. That had a couple of good songs, but I don't want to listen to it in its entirety, like, ever again. You know what I mean? So, I'm putting them in A tier because they spearheaded the genre and they created 2 amazing albums that I have like infinite re-listen value in my opinion, but definitely not S tier because they are far from perfect. And of course, I put Cold Chamber in S tier despite having a bad album, but 1 bad album is better than like 12, so there you go.
Your brain thoughts are a lot more opinionated.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, this is like my favorite genre of music. So.
I just noticed Puddle of Mud is on that list.
Wait, Puddle of Mud,
Yeah,
really?
Puddle of Mud.
That's not nu metal either. That is also post grunge.
I really like their the funny cover.
The one where it's the kid taking a piss.
No, I was talking about a girl.
Oh right. The About a Girl cover. Oh my god. I need an easy freak. Yeah, they go in F minus. Hollywood Undead, they go in F because they're not as bad as the F minus ones, but they're pretty terrible.
You know where I put Hollywood Undead? And it's because I listened to Hollywood Undead a lot when I was a kid. Do you want to know
Where did you put them?
You're gonna be like
C?
Nope.
B? Oh my god. I'm sorry. I'm never speaking to you again. It's over. It's Jover. No, I'm just kidding. I understand having nostalgia for Hollywood Undead, but they aged really badly.
You know where they started kind of going downhill for me?
Downhill? When were they uphill?
Listen, okay, God, stop being mean to me.
Okay, I'm sorry.
When they did that one song with fucking Jeffree Star.
Oh.
I don't even remember what the fuck it's called. I like barely listen. I didn't even really listen to the entire fucking song. I was just like, yeah, I'm done.
Oh my god. Yeah, no, like, and to be fair, they've actually apologized for this, but the fact that they, like, say the F slur every other fucking sentence and everything in their songs and stuff is just like, oh my god. And what's weird about Hollywood Undead is they came up at the tail end. Not even the tail end. Nu metal was already Jover by the time Hollywood Undead started. So Hollywood Undead was ironically dead on arrival because nu metal was already dead as a genre by the time they came onto the scene. So they're a really weird case. Sick Puppies? I wouldn't consider that nu metal either. Shinedown? Huh? Skillet? I'm not even rating those because that
Skillet and
now Stained actually has some nu metal albums, so we can get to Stained. So Stained's first album actually goes kind of hard. And they released a song recently, a new song that actually went kind of hard as well. But the overwhelming majority of their catalog is dog shit, so I'm going to put them in F. Duran Gray, they're not, like, they have a lot of stuff that's nu metal, but not all their stuff is nu metal, like a lot of bands on here. But I'm going to put Duran Gray in A tier. Duran Gray is really good, by the way. If you haven't heard of Duran Gray, I suggest you go listen to them right now. Or not right now. Wait till the stream's over, then go listen to them. Seether, again, not nu metal. That is post-grunge. Okay, whatever. Drowning Pool. I've only listened to their first album, never listened to anything after that. Don't really care to listen to anything after that, but just going off of that, we'll put them in B. Mudvayne fucking slaps, they go in A. Perfect Circle is not nu metal, so I'm not even going to rank them. POD, they slap sometimes, so we're going to put them in C. El Nino fucking slaps really hard, we'll put them in A. Slipknot, I mean, that's they gotta go in S. I mean, that's just... They're fucking Slipknot. I mean, come on. Those first 4 albums with Joey and Paul Gray and everybody, all those guys were just amazing. Anything after that, in my opinion, just doesn't hold a candle to it, but those first 4 albums were just amazing. Crazy Town, F. They're a little bit better than the F- ones, but they're still pretty bad. And they did not age well at all. Taproot, I haven't gotten to Taproot yet. Ooh, I don't know if I want to put Taproot in A or S, actually. Taproot's really good. I'm gonna put Taproot in A. I really like Taproot, but not nearly as much as the bands that are up here in S. Or not quite as much, I should say. 3 Days Grace, again, that's post-grunge, that's not nu metal, I don't know why they're on here. Dope. Dope is interesting because some of their stuff is indeed dope, and then some of it is just like, bro, what the fuck is this? I'll just put them in C tier. They're alright.
That's also where I put them.
Yeah. Disturbed, so... Disturbed's first 2 albums were nu metal, and then everything after that kind of strayed from it. Disturbed, for me, goes in B.
I put them in C.
Disturbed, their first 2 albums are really fucking good. Their 3rd album is decent. Their 4th album is decent. Everything after that is just no. Just no. I guess I'll rate Seether. They're not new metal, but no, you know what? No, I refuse. I refuse to rate the non-new metal bands. I refuse. I only did Puddle of Mud because I really hate Puddle of Mud, and I just wanted the to put them in F minus. Static X, S tier.
Okay.
Good fucking shit.
You know what? Want to know where?
Wayne Static was a fucking legend. Rest in peace. Where did you put Static X?
A.
Nice. I don't want to see yours until the very end. Spine Shank. S tier. Spine Shank's one of my favorites. I'm gonna put Spine Shank like right next to Evanescence because Spine Shank is amazing.
I'll just not tell you.
Their fourth album was kind of meh, but like their first three albums, holy shit, it goes fucking hard. Seven Dust. I'm gonna be honest with you. Seven Dust is just all right. C tier. They're all right. They're not something I bump in my car super often. OTEP, also not something I bump super often, and honestly, from what I've heard, not really that great. So I'm gonna put them in D. Sorry, if you're an OTEP fan. I just like everything I've heard by them. Like the singer is just kind of comes off as a try-hard. Like it kind of gives me Prophets of Rage vibes, if you get what I mean. Like it's just they're being like real try-hards about it. Non-point, C tier. Incubus. Is that new metal, guys? Are we really? I guess that's barely in the close enough category, so we'll put them in B tier. Soulfly, A tier, baby. Powerman 5000, B tier. They're really good, but they're not my favorite. Godsmack is an alright. I guess that's the close enough category. Godsmack, I'm gonna put in C. They got some good songs, but some of them are like really cringe, and also it's like fucking biker dude music. Soil's pretty good. I'm gonna put Soil in B tier. Trapped. Do I even have to explain? Do I even have to explain? Do I even have to explain? Saliva. Do I even have to explain? I don't think I do. Honestly, I'm kind of running out of bands that I actually know here, so I guess maybe I'll rank the... Oh, Snot. I know Snot. Snot's pretty good. Yeah. I'll put Snot in... I'll put them in C tier. They're alright. They're not my favorite. They're okay. People act like they're the best fucking new metal band to ever exist. They're not. They're just okay, in my opinion.
I've never heard of, at least I don't think I have.
Early Incubus was 100% new metal. Alright. Fine. It's fucking new metal. That's why I put it on there, asshole. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. Crossfade. That's also not new metal. Okay, so the rest of these either aren't new metal or, you know what, Shinedown's on here, so I'm gonna go ahead and put them in F minus just because I hate Shinedown so much. 3 Days Grace is better. Hell, you know what? Just to spite Shinedown, I'm gonna put 3 Days Grace in Atom Era. This is Atom Era 3 Days Grace, by the way. We're not gonna talk about Mad Era. Atom Era 3 Days Grace we'll put in B tier. Just to spite Shinedown. Atom Era 3 Days Grace was actually pretty solid. I grew up on it. It was, you know, not the best music in the world. Yes, it's butt rock, but it's, you know, for butt rock, it's pretty decent. It's pretty decent butt rock. We should do a butt rock tier list next time.
Butt rock.
Butt rock.
Butt rock.
Alright, so I'm going to...
The rest of these I either haven't heard of or I don't know if I've heard.
I'm going to show the tier list without any chat covering it up. Just so everyone can see where we're at. And then I'm gonna expand chat, expand dong, so I can actually read it. Rate lower unit now.
I sent you one.
Oh my god. Okay. So there's this band, right? That absolutely nobody has ever heard of, called Lower Unit. And I don't have my fucking headphones, so I can't play it with that. I guess I could play it if I just like muted my mic. It is the worst nu metal band you will ever hear in your fucking life, and I have to play a song. I have to play a song. This one's the most insulting, and I'm not gonna get copyrighted for this, hopefully. And if I fucking do, I'm gonna fucking.
You won't.
Okay. Okay. So I think what I'm gonna do is make my desktop audio USB audio. Okay. Okay. Alright. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready for the worst nu metal you've ever fucking heard? This is a cover of Hit a Motherfucker by 3-6 Mafia. One of my favorite fucking songs by one of my favorite fucking rap groups, and they fucking butchered it. They butchered it. So terribly. And they're also white and they say the N-word. Alright, so... Which, I mean, you know, to be fair, is pretty common. It's pretty common in nu metal, especially in the 2000s, but...
I said, I bet you won't hit a motherfucker, bitch. Hit a motherfucker, I said, I bet you won't push a motherfucker home. Push a motherfucker, I said, I bet you won't hit a motherfucker, bitch. Hit a motherfucker, I said, I bet you won't push a motherfucker home. Push a motherfucker. This ain't no game, we bring the pain, so don't you niggas trip. Fall in the club and throw the dungeon out for visual clips. Keep always keep us out, we coming cause we ain't no joke. So when your host on that shit, we coming to cut your throat. And throw that bucket, pass it to like 3-6 while we can. We also throw the fucking gun, we also throw the lasers. Don't hit the white, I wanna fight, I like you crazy bitch. It's just a double no set, with a bitch, I bet you won't. Hit a motherfucker, bitch. Hit a motherfucker, son, I bet you won't. Push a motherfucker.
Alright, I'll spare you guys the torture. It's not good. As Anthony Fantano would say, it's not good. I need to show Kai's tier list before we go.
You were just gonna leave, and I would have done it for nothing.
I forgot. I'm tired. I want to go lay down. Jesus. Give me a break. We'll, put this over the chat. Shit. I didn't mean to do that. So this is your tier list. Surprised you put Cold Chamber in S. I didn't know you like Cold Chamber that much. I agree with S tier. A tier is good. Hollywood Undead being in B tier is just... No, I can't.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's pretty fair. Although I will say, Skillet actually had some pretty decent stuff.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say they didn't either, but
Yeah, but a lot of it's really garbage, and also the singer is a fucking chode.
Chode. Sorry, I don't know why the fuck I said that.
Chode.
I love chode.
Skillet's mid garbage. Yeah, sure. I mean, that's fine.
I need the vaporizer, please.
They are for the most part.
Fun fact.